Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comic Books channel. My name is Matt, and today we're going to review Promethee 1313. But before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, subscribing, commenting, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, we got the cover here for Promethee 1313. It is an Ablaze book, and it is by Diggle, Martin Burrows, Stewart, Jock, and Beck. And on the first page here, we get a little ominous text that says, in the next 12 days, the world will change forever. Then we cut to this woman named Darla, and she is a UFO survivor, and she is at a conference. She's about to talk about her experience of being abducted. And she's feeling pretty nervous because it seems like she's trying to amp herself up to maybe be controversial or bring up a topic at this convention that people won't like. And this guy named Cade, who brought her into the conference, is just trying to psych her up and say everything's going to be okay. And when Darla finally gets on the stage and begins to tell her story, she actually says that everything was made up and none of it was real. Not that she did it maliciously, but just that when she was a kid, she had some episodes, and what her mind came up with is what ended up being the alien story. So of course, the audience of people who believe in this stuff is very angry, specifically one man who kind of rushes the stage. And as he does, Darla collapses and begins to have a vision. And what she has a vision of is alien spaceships rising out of the ocean. She's also reciting biblical passages from Revelations. And she basically just sees the end of the world where aliens kill everybody and the apocalypse happens. So at the end of that vision, she must have passed out, because the next time we see her, she's being treated by some paramedics outside of an ambulance. And at first, everything seems okay. But just as the paramedics are about to load her into the ambulance and take a look at her at the hospital, Cade turns around and begins killing the paramedics. And it turns out he is actually part of a group of people that really believe in this end of the world UFO prophecy that she's had. And he has been ordered to take her so that she can help them during the apocalypse. And that's where I'm going to stop it. I don't want to spoil anything else. So I thought the main premise for this book was pretty fun. The idea that someone who has possibly been abducted and has told their story a long time might be right about the end of the world and aliens coming is kind of cool. I thought the writing was pretty good. I like Andy Diggle from a lot of his other stuff in the early 2000s. And this is the first thing I've read from him in a while. But he did a good job setting up all the different sections of this comic where the storylines interweave. But that being said, this is kind of just like an introduction issue, so we didn't get too much story. And I could see if you weren't like a fan of UFOs or those kind of stories, that this one might not grab you. I thought the art was all right. I didn't realize that the other names on the cover besides Diggle and Martindale were the variant covers, so I thought Jock or something did the interiors, but he did not. It was all Sean Martindale on the interiors, and his style to me is just kind of there. It's not like flashy or there's not anything special to it. It's just like your basic comic book art where it's serviceable, it gets the story across, but there's nothing really super special about it. So I am one of those people that doesn't really care about UFO stories very often. This one was a little bit different because it's mixed in a bit of the Bible and biblical prophecy and stuff, which is always fun to throw in there. So I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. I thought it was just like a good average comic. I'm probably not going to pick it up in single issues. I'll probably wait just for it to come out in trade and read it all at once. But that's just my opinion. If you saw something you like, definitely go pick it up at your local comic book store, and we will see you all in the next one.